Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm going to get straight into it. They're calling it the Big Freeze, as you're probably already aware of. Wind chills anywhere in Texas, all the way up through Oklahoma, Missouri, the Ohio Valley, and from the Tennessee Valley all the way up. And then it flip flops. New York, areas of New Jersey, all of the East Coast, they're dealing with 40s and 50s for temperatures right now. It's like a complete polar opposite. Speaking of polar, the polar vortex pushing from the northeast and pushing directly from the North Pole, and it's bullying its way down, so to speak, and it's pushing that warm mass of air in the Gulf of Mexico upward. So that's going over all of this and causing that rain to freeze, and it changes directly over to freezing rain and sleet. That's what's caused that ice skating rink on most of the roads and surfaces throughout the United States right now. It's literally caused a skating scenario on the ground. But that's why it seems so icy and strange. I have never seen it rain at 25 degrees, but the rain was coming down, and it's, honest to goodness, I wanted to record it, but my phone was dead. That's the way it was doing. It was actually just sleeting and raining at 25 degrees. But they said that's because that warm air was above there, and it was trying to push its way down, but it couldn't. That warm tropical air from the Gulf of Mexico was trying to push its way down, but instead it just turned out into ice, sleet, and then snow. And then all that on top of that slick surface. So, when Texas has a wind chill of negative 30, something's wrong. Other areas dealing with negative 55. I remember in 2011 as well as 2013, wind chills in some places got down to negative 71 degrees, and that was in Chicago and places like that, those really rough areas. They were dealing with those types of extremes. But let's get into this a little bit here. Let's open up this link, and by the way, this is on strangesounds.substack.com if you want to check this particular link out. Ice, snow, bitter cold hits millions of people as major storms are pummeling swaths of the United States. They've actually issued a state of emergency in Texas, and they've asked for a declaration for help. These are the roads. People are skating. People are skating on the roads. I don't know if I can show that. Crap. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I can show that or not. Copyright. I've already shown this, I believe, where the transformers blew and it went all the way across. We've seen that once before. That's a scary sight, watching a fireball come toward you. Snow was atop the 500-foot Seattle Space Needle. And that was a look at the Mississippi River Bridge in Baton Rouge. We're told by officials that the bridge is closed, but vehicles are going around the barricades, regardless of whether the bridge is closed or not. A French police helicopter traveled 7,000 feet up in a windy mountainside, getting inches of snow and a snowy slope in an effort to rescue an injured skier. Unbelievable flying by the pilot. Shouldn't go out in those conditions anyway, but this is an area of where is this? This is an area that doesn't usually get this type of snow. I don't know. I don't recognize the language. I think that was all of the crazy weather phenomenon for this page. And yeah, sad due to censorship, I'm not allowed to read this, but you can check it out. You can read it for yourself. I'm not gonna read it out loud. But I can read this. Scientists discover 7 new worrying coronavirus strands or variants in the United States. Lovely, right? All right. Ancient Rome has a serious warning for us. And they discovered life over half a mile down into ice in Antarctica. Prayers for all involved. Much love. Please, I hope everyone's okay. This is a scene out of Texas as millions are plunged into the darkness. They're opening up warming shelters, warming centers for those who are having to deal with this scenario right now. They said bitter cold, ice, and snow are hitting much of the United States. And as I mentioned in previous video, an anomalous winter storm, actually a series of anomalous winter storms, are taking place in Moscow, Russia. They said that this winter storm is taking place as winter storms take place worldwide. Moscow's worst snowfall is taking place like they have not seen in decades. Snow records are being set in Seattle, Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and all the way up through the Ohio Valley. Greece's beaches are covered in white snow as a cold front is moving through Europe right now. Let me go ahead and expand this and I'll read a little more. The article goes on to say that I know it's winter, but come on, this is insane. The worst snowfall in over 50 years from Moscow. And that's Russia. Daily snow record for Seattle, and not only Seattle, but Texas is in a deep freeze. And the big freeze is sweeping across this world right now as snow is covering the beaches in Greece. The beaches in Greece. Record snow right now in Moscow, Russia. The Russian capital has been hit with the worst snowfall in decades, with freak weather phenomenon disrupting air travel and bringing traffic to a halt. In Russia, may I say again, the extreme weather hit the city as its surrounding regions on Friday. The snow continues falling for 2 straight days. A snowfall that this intense has not been registered in the city for some 50 years, with the current record tracking back to 1973. Mountains of snow resulted in the closure of multiple roads across the city overnight in Russia. Look at the video below. It's insane. This is just one of many snow events happening worldwide. I'm going to see if I can speed this up. I can't speed it up on here. These are some of the videos of Russia. They said they have not, obviously, seen an event like this in 50 years. I already read that for you. The Moscow ring is the city's crucial traffic artery. It's now clogged, with heavy trucks. In some spots managed to move, but only a few meters, or just a few feet, over several hours, prompting some motorists to break all of the rules and attempt to drive on the wrong side. Some motorists even abandoned their cars and vehicles on the roads and just left them altogether. Those who finally got to airports discovered that their traffic was being disrupted as well. Dozens of flights were delayed and canceled. Several buildings collapsed under the weight of the snow, with several injured. Not only that, but a major snowstorm and ice storms have hit the Pacific Northwest, moving through the Tennessee and Ohio valleys and moving off to the east. They said it made it the worst, snowiest day in Seattle in 52 years. 270,000 people were without electricity. But there are less people without electricity in Seattle and Illinois than there are in Texas. Over 5 million people in Texas are without electricity, according to the latest reports online. Meanwhile, only a few thousand or 100,000 in those states that I just mentioned. But they've declared a state of emergency in several places. Meanwhile, snow in Greece. But this is an image from Seattle, Washington. If you can get past the debit and credit card advertisements and mattress advertisements. This is snow in Greece's beach. Now, I'll tell you, you can look it up. It's not unheard of for Greece to get snow. But at the same time as a deep freeze is spreading across this world, it's also quite rare to see this magnitude of snow, they say. Can't show much due to copyright. I don't want to get in trouble. After a period of unseasonably warm weather across the country of Greece, the cold front, Medea, hello, brought frigid temperatures and snowfall to northern Greece on Saturday. The cold front will continue through the weekend, with more snowfall and frigid weather expected in Athens and the rest of the country on Monday. Let's continue. Odd choice of words, but they call this sky porn, Valentine's Day. This is a daily dose of beauty, reflecting in the atmosphere in this area. Not sure where it's at, they didn't tell it. Everything now they call it fear porn, sky porn. They have to put that term and everything, the porn, term porn and everything. So. Alright, sky beauty. Let's see if I can open up the article of strangeness. There was an awesome green fireball, and it disintegrated over parts of Australia. That was on Valentine's Day. Watch the green bolide explode in the night sky over Melbourne, Australia. This video courtesy of this YouTuber you see here. Exploding in Australia. Mars is full of heart-shaped craters, they say. But this guy is a real problem with St. Valentine, they say. Check it out. Alright, flooding continues to affect parts of South Africa, very rare, with 10 fatalities reported in the Limpopo province in the last few days. Limpopo, I should say. With a big freeze continuing in Moscow, and beaches in Greece covered in snow. This person said, schools now look like prisons to me. Yeah. See, I used to call them that. Now they actually look like them.